And besides colleges, major companies are getting caught in the crossfire linked with the Israel-Hamas war. Many global brands cautious over any sympathetic statements, negative reviews, employee safety, even death threats for some Palestinian American business owners amid this politically charged conflict ongoing in Gaza. Joining us now is Ian Baer, marketing and consumer expert, also founder of the marketing firm Sooth. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having me. And before we get into any of this, I just want to send my heartfelt thoughts to all the individuals and families being impacted by what's happening in the Middle East right now.
That it is well taken. The amount of anguish I think that we have been seeing unfold is hard to take. And I do want to ask on this specific issue, what is the best move here for corporations? Is it best for them to just stay silent, or is that viewed as complicit in some way by consumers?
You know, the climate's really changed over the past few years. I think the COVID pandemic changed a lot. And what we saw coming out of that is it's really no longer an option for corporations to choose to sit this one out because people are so driven now to make sharp financial decisions based on what a company says and does or what they choose not to do. It's a tough line for, the leadership of these organizations, for the people responsible for brand leadership, but also corporate leadership, because there's no way you can make everyone happy in something this politically charged. And to your point, not making a statement, not taking action is in fact taking action in itself, especially in an environment where social media can control the outcome of a corporation's futures as much as anything else. And when companies don't speak up, don't act, they can be just as easily vilified, boycotted, and really torched in public conversation.
Well, let me ask you, Ian, because we're short on time, but do you think that there's an example that comes to mind of a bad way that a corporation responded so far, an example of what not to do?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I think Starbucks was put in a really tough spot because they had to answer for actions not coming at the corporate level, but coming from their workers. And then you have to choose between the values you want to put forward as a company, but also you want to stand in support of your workers. I don't think anyone has exhibited a major fail, but I think what we're seeing is, and not to use, an unfortunate analogy, this is full of landmines for any corporation. And the best thing they can do is understand what the people who do stand by the company value and expect from them. People vote with their wallets, and there's the human side and there's the business side, and people expect these companies to uphold both.
Okay, marketing and consumer expert Ian Baer, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.